Freaking, there's a new Kiwi Tapes video about World of T-shirts. Joshua Block, I'm sure you guys have freaking heard of this guy if you've gone on TikTok before or the internet. He's a very famous guy. He likes to drink. Some people are saying that there's a guy named Mr. Bass that he hangs out with that say that he's taking advantage of him because he's a very intriguing character, and he's also clouded up, so freaking there's a lot of that speculation going on. I reacted to this guy like a year ago, maybe longer than that, but freaking left it alone since then. Let's freaking see what this is. I don't know if it'll be entertaining, funny, depressing, who knows. If it gets too much, maybe I'll watch something else. We'll see.
The evolution of Joshua Block, better known as World of T-shirts, has been nothing short of shocking. From a bright-eyed kid filled with wonder about the world, to someone plagued with narcissism, ego, and demons that he has no control.
Demons?
Joshua Block has gone from viral to volatile, and it only happened in the span of a couple years. Even though Josh is now at the height of his popularity, he is still at more risk than ever, mainly from himself. Not much is known about Josh's early life other than he lost both of his parents. Joshua's mother passed some years ago from cancer, and he claims that his father is in rehab for his own problems, leaving Josh to spend a lot of time with his grandpa, and that would be the place that he would start his TikTok journey. The story really picks up around the time that Josh was 18. He started posting content to TikTok like candy reviews and dancing videos.
I love
These
candy.
videos would do well for him, but it was nothing in comparison with what was to come. Because one day, on a trip into the city, Josh would film a video that would be his most popular to date, singing Empire State of Mind, particularly the Alicia Keys verse.
Yes!
Yeah,
In New York!
New York, concrete jungle
Where dreams are made of!
There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York.
Josh was a
Classic,
resident
dude.
of New York, and he found the city
Dude,
to
this was in 1984. Feel old yet?
be a great place for filming content. He would still film videos of him dancing in his grandfather's kitchen, which
Thank
in
God.
my opinion are some of his best videos ever.
That's
but now
icy.
he would venture out into the streets of New York to give people a taste of the city. And by filming numerous of these singing videos, he gained quite the following on TikTok. Millions of people had seen his Empire
What up,
State of
Jordan?
Mind video and were craving more. Slowly but
Jay
surely,
chillin',
Josh
reacting, you
veered
know the
away from
vibes.
the dancing and candy review
In New York!
videos of old, and more on
Just
things
kidding,
that
I'm in
he did
Minnesota.
in the city. Josh was dedicated to creating content, posting numerous TikToks a day.
He's just
a
like
lot of
me.
them doing very well. So he became a recognizable face around the streets of New York, and people would start to stop him and ask for pictures or just to say hello, giving us just a little glimpse into what was to come.
I don't know if this is later in the lore, but he also wears a captain's hat very often, making him easily recognizable with his loud banter in the streets, running amok, I imagine. But that's just all of New York, so he probably blends right in. But he's the captain.
Yo, you're that guy. You're that guy, right? You're that guy, though, right?
Oh yeah, I'm him.
Do your thing,
I'm
man.
Himothy.
You're good, man. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Keep him in the video.
With the increased popularity came an increase with ego for Josh Block. He was charging outrageous prices for fans who wanted to film TikToks.
Yeah, maybe
with
I'll
him
check that
or
out
take
after this.
photographs, even telling a lot of them just flat out no. Josh enjoyed the perks that came with
I don't like grits, but I do like those other things. Freaking, he enjoyed the perks? You shouldn't do perks.
his increased popularity on TikTok, but also really disliked the drawbacks, like being noticed in public and bothered. During all of this,
That's understandable.
Josh came in contact with a man named Michael Quinn, recognized as the very first of Joshua's social media managers. Michael Quinn is a man in his 40s who tried to start a career of his own on social media, but it never took off. He lived in New York,
Red
so
flag number
seeing
one.
Josh's popularity, he decided to seek him out, and they have been quote-unquote working together ever since. Fans of Joshua's question the amount of help that Quinn is actually giving him, and the amount that he is profiting off of all of this.
Yeah, because freaking World of T-shirts is already like super viral. He doesn't really need this guy, I imagine. And also, social media managers are just like the most sketchy archetype of people that exist in modern times. I think they should all be sent to a private island where they all scam each other out of their money that they can produce on that island. For all I give a shit, they should just all be put in the same place, away from everybody else, because they're just trying to siphon money out of people who are probably doing something creative, and they're adding nothing. And yeah.
In my opinion, Quinn has been one of the two most transformative things that have happened to Josh. The second being him turning 21 and being allowed to drink. There is a massive difference in Josh post 21
Y'all
and
fuck with
before
alcohol?
21. Because as soon as he started drinking, he never stopped. In the beginning, it was a social thing. He would go out to bars with Quinn and meet fans, but it quickly turned into an everyday thing. And this would only get worse with time. When Josh turned 21, that's when things really started to pop off. He and Michael Quinn had devised a way to extract even more money from Josh's fans. They called it the World of T-shirts New York Tour, which really just consisted of Josh taking people who paid for this to his favorite bars, deepening his connections to Quinn as well as drinking, and worsening.
Would you guys go on the tour with Joshua Black for the right price? I might have to give it a try. If I'm ever in that neck of the woods again.
As I'm sure many of you guessed, the tour quickly
just kidding. It sounds
into
awkward.
A hotbed of trollsome behavior. But these were before the days of put the fries in the bag. People were doing different things.
He started that, dude. I freaking got that on TikTok for a good while, dude. They freaking ran me out of town with that one. You're the cause of that, you piece of shit, Josh. Just kidding. I feel like he's learned his lesson. I saw him on freaking No Jumpers podcast, I think it was, a while ago, and he was talking about how people always run up to him now and say, put the fries in the bag. And he's like, I think I'm getting my karmatic justice or something because I said it to the McDonald's worker, and now they're teaching me a lesson. It was like, damn. Bro learned his lesson, but he's still going to hear it for the rest of his life because he was flexing that $5,000 on us.
To get a reaction out of the
I make $5,000 a month
because of his love for his sailor's hat, which he would wear everywhere.
He's the
even
captain
on his tour. And during one of these
Hell
tours,
yeah, it would be an
someone
experience.
found something that finally got to
I would do it for content, probably.
Something that has now become a years-long tradition in the World of T-shirts.
If it was $100 or less.
And that's stealing Josh's hat.
Someone's beating him. Someone's beating him.
Where's the hat? Where's the hat?
This is fucked up. Don't take someone's hat. Don't touch people.
Somebody stole it. Who would want to steal a fucking hat?
Quinn
On
was
God.
mainly in charge of setting up these tours. I think he knew what they would eventually turn into for Josh, but didn't care, because that just made them even more successful. Michael Quinn liked to present himself as someone who was really helping Josh, occasionally saying that he was going to help him cut back on his drinking, but his actions showed a completely different intent. Michael Quinn would film Josh at his absolute worst. Some of his most controversial moments from this era were filmed by Mike Quinn, including Josh saying some absolutely terrible things. But there's still one controversy that I haven't talked about yet, and it's honestly the one that turned my opinion on Josh. It's known as the fish incident. One day while fishing with a fan of his, Josh would catch a bluegill and stomp it for absolutely no reason.
He's mentally ill.
Could have easily released it.
That's the out. Just say that.
But no, he just decided to do that and let it be. The thing that gets me about it is just how happy Josh seems while he's doing it. Josh isn't the most expressive of people, so when he has a reaction like that, he's feeling some big feelings. I can't show the clip here on YouTube. It's out there though, and in my opinion,
I don't need this. I can imagine the fish.
Things like this had cemented Josh as an infamous character online. He was now no longer the innocent guy who was eating candy and dancing. He was the man that did what I just previously mentioned.
Listen, just get back to basics. Go back to the old format. Freaking don't do any more fish review. And people will forget about it. except Kiwi Tapes, who doesn't forget.
All of this led him to being lumped in with other infamous characters like Chris Chan and Daniel Larson. And that public opinion
Yeah, but both of those guys, I think, are in jail, so... Josh, there's still time to get things back on track. Maybe start a podcast or something regular.
To some pretty wacky moments, like the time that he actually met Daniel Larson. Daniel Larson had been convinced by a troll that Grace Vanderwall was staying in New York City, and that by traveling there he could meet her. I think
the captain's cast?
Why
just an
Daniel
idea.
Was manipulated into taking this trip was the meetup with Josh Block, because much to Daniel's embarrassment, this would happen, and Michael Quinn would film the whole thing.
Say hello, this is Joshua Block.
What's up?
Let's see you shake hands. Shake hands, guys. Hey, Daniel, good to see you, buddy. How you feeling? What's it like to meet Josh in person?
New York, concrete jungle, where dreams are made of.
I mean, I'm glad that's the first thing he thought to do. Freaking leave this guy. See, I'm saying he doesn't need him, dude. This guy doesn't know what the people want. He doesn't even know what's good content. Shake hands, brother. Let's do the handshake challenge. Dude behind the camera is evil. Freaking... I know Mr. Based is like seen as an evil guy who like may or may not have contributed to some girl dying earlier in his life, and that's like his current buddy manager type figure. I don't know this guy. Is he still work with this guy?
Now you're in New York. New
Henrik from Norway. What up, Henrik?
Concrete jungle,
What time is it in Norway?
There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York.
Code issues are code black.
I'm coal black, right? Coal black.
You're not code black.
How come Pete's Tavern makes such good margs?
They have the best margarita maker in the city.
I always get margs when I'm at...
My reputation is over. Why is he freaking out?
Things were changing rapidly for Joshua
I
Block.
reacted to a video about Daniel Larson as well. I think that one's on my lonniedos channel for some reason, but freaking interesting character as well. I think he's locked up and the key has been eaten by a big giant.
He was now only a couple of years
Could be
into his
wrong.
TikTok journey, and he had done so much and changed so much. The popularity combined with the drinking, I believe, had a very negative effect on Joshua, because he would begin to have the meltdowns that he is now synonymous with today. In the beginning, they were few and far between. Personally, I believe most of them went unfilmed, but this was not the Josh that we had seen when he was singing Empire State of Mind. This was a completely different person with a completely different attitude.
He's a menace. Godzilla!
I got it.
Blinkerton City? Shall we?
Boy, piece of shit! Piece of shit!
This happens every 20 minutes in New York. Every 20 seconds, dude. It's normal.
Ed, you're a piece of shit.
That is what I would say if someone walked in front of me for 2 seconds and I was in New York. That's just how it is.
I gave him a taste of his own medicine.
When these clips went viral, it was very clear that people could elicit a reaction out of Josh. I have no idea what was said for him to attack that van, but it didn't seem like they said anything to him until he ran up on them. Either way, people were looking for
Just a
more of
Monday
this
in New
kind of
York City.
content.
The Big
They had
Apple.
become some of Joshua's most popular clips, and he was now more recognizable than ever in the streets of New York. It seemed like whenever he was live, at least someone knew who he was, and sometimes it went better than others.
In a dictatorship, they're gonna ban TikTok in the US. What am I gonna do?
Make
What am
Instagram
I gonna
reels.
do?
I don't know. YouTube Shorts?
It's my only source of income.
You're right. There's no hope. I don't know.
They're gonna ban TikTok in the US.
They did. For like an hour.
It's my
bunch of
only
horse shit.
form of income. It's my only source of income. Shut the
Oh my god. Why is he so mad?
do you for millions of fucking dollars. You know what? You know what? I'm moving to a different car. Fucking jerk. I'll sue your ass.
Please.
I can't do this anymore. I'll fucking sue the government if that bill passes. I'll sue the government. You fucking unemployed bitch!
Oh my god.
I'll fucking sue you! He punched me.
What's going on here, buddy?
He punched me.
What's going on,
He
big guy? Bro, you're talking crazy. You didn't know who you were messing with, and now you do. A guy willing to punch you.
Punched me. The guy punched me.
Who punched you?
Some guy punched
I was watching your live. Nobody punched you.
Yeah, he did.
Events like this led to Josh being highly critical of the United States. He blamed all of the problems that he was having on the citizens, and not his infamy, which was now global. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet about Josh is that he's extremely fond of traveling. He has been to numerous countries around the world, and seems to think that he is far safer from trolling there than over here, which was proven wildly wrong during his trip to Iceland. Josh's Iceland trip was extremely infamous at the time. He was mobbed by a group of young men who knew him, and then of course he had his hat stolen while live streaming.
I will vomit that day. Whoa!
Oh no.
Get back here, you little thief! Stop him! Stop him! Stop
Listen,
him!
man. What do I look like?
Stop him! Ow! Why? Can you give it back? Please!
He's hauling ass. He's run like 2 miles.
Oh my god.
Josh would have a similar time during his visit to Las Vegas, where a fellow creator named Douglas Skates tracked him around the city. Douglas simply
Not
wanted
weird
to
at all,
offer
Douglas.
Josh a new shirt, as he had been wearing the same one for over 5 days, but Josh was extremely afraid of him, running all over the place screaming that Douglas was after him, in what was yet again another very memorable moment for the era.
Oh my god! Stay away from me!
He don't know you, bro.
No!
Everyone's saying, I just want to donate you a shirt.
I don't want a gift. I have shirts in my bag.
Can you talk to me for 5 minutes?
No! Come on, please. You're creepy.
They're creeping me out.
You shady bitch. You sit back again.
Hey, Josh, you can't go around calling strangers the B word. It might have negative repercussions, and that's just the way it is. It's not. I'm not saying it's right. We should be allowed to say that, in my opinion, because it's free speech. But it's simply not the case for everyone, like me and you.
I don't know what to do. He's gonna rob me or something.
Joshua's drinking was now fully out of control. When seen without it, he had the shakes. His paranoia was heightened by all of the recent interactions with quote-unquote fans, and he was starting to really develop the ego that we see in him today. Proof of this for me would be Josh's increasingly reckless behavior. At the beginning of 2024, Josh was arrested for subway surfing, an extremely dangerous activity which has resulted...
Is that a crime now? Because you're gonna have to throw me away too, dude. I'm going away with my boy. If they're holding that against him, lock me up.
In unfortunate accidents. Josh was not only caught by the police doing this, but he'd also been drinking.
Oh, that kind of subway surfing, dude. This is just like the game. Play the music. How do I play the music? Loomis, hold on.
Let that man go.
But he'd also been drinking.
Let that man go.
Poor fella. Didn't even get 100 points.
Let that man go.
off with a warning in all of this, and I think he might have actually taken the advice because I haven't heard of him doing it again. And I think maybe that was because Josh was now seeing levels of success that he had never seen before. Josh's tours were increasing in popularity, and so was he. The previous year he was a relatively niche name, but after multiple freakouts and ever-increasing amounts of lore, Joshua had become very well known on TikTok and social media as a whole, and this would attract some very clout-hungry individuals, one in particular changing his life drastically. A man named Jason Eitzler, also
okay, that's the guy I've seen him with.
A member of the streaming group IP2. Based was an IRL streamer and saw the potential in having Josh on his streams. They were both from New York, so it was relatively easy for Jason to find Josh on the street during one of his tours. After finding Josh, Mr. Based would livestream their encounter, which was anything but friendly.
I didn't take your hat. I didn't do anything to you.
Scram!
Can I be your friend?
You can't come on this event. Scram!
I'm not coming on your event. I didn't take your hat. I could have taken it, you know it. I didn't do it. I'm a good guy.
That's all it takes, dude. He's a good guy. I think the deal with this guy is like he would like took drugs with a girl and the girl ended up dying or something. It's not like necessarily his fault, but it's just a weird lore story. And also he's a weirdo also, it seems, that is taking advantage of Josh.
I didn't accuse you of it.
No, everyone told me to take your hat. Now you should be my friend. I have a small YouTube channel.
You have to leave.
And you're a very large...
Mr. Bay's house looks like a prop house. Fucking, I hope they show.
I'm on my knees.
How many tapestries do you think are on the walls? 3? 4?
Please help my channel.
You have to leave.
I'm begging you, help my channel.
Bro.
Get out of here, man.
Get him.
What the hell?
You didn't pay for this event, man.
Get him. Get him.
Come on, man.
Make it.
Here.
Do something.
You're not allowed to hit me. Come on, you know that. You just hit me. I don't care. I don't care.
Self-defense.
I just want to be your friend.
Go.
Please don't yell at me.
Go.
Swear to God, I accept the lawsuit.
Why is this shit in like 144p? He looked like a demon.
The lawsuit.
Now
Do
go.
you want to do a boxing match?
No.
I'm 56 years old. I'm 56
I'm
years old.
56, by the way.
Don't run. No, don't run. I gave it back. I took the hat and I gave it back. I'm a good guy.
I'm gonna call the fucking police.
It's a free country. I'm walking home. Oh my God, he just threw his drink on me. All right, now you've got problems, young man.
Oh my
Get over
God.
here. You're going to apologize to me. You're going to apologize to me. Run, you little...
Imagine being 50 and fucking chasing this young man around, this TikToker who doesn't want to hang out with you, you old freak.
First meeting that eventually these two would stream together frequently, and that Based would almost replace Quinn as Joshua's manager.
New hat, who
and if
dis?
you know anything about the history of Jason Eitzler, it's an extremely scary thought. I'm not going to go too deep into it, I'm just going to give you the cliff notes. But decades ago, Jason was a literal pimp in the streets of New York. He made his fortune this way. But this isn't why Jason is not only despised on the internet, but also in the streets of New York. It all has to do with the tragic passing of Julia Sumnicht in 2010. Julia had met Jason's roommate Zoltan at a club in March 2010. Julia would accompany Zoltan back to the apartment that he shared with Jason, and at some point during the night, she passed. Both of them went to court for this, but only Jason managed to wiggle out of it. The crazy thing is that Jason admitted to taking the same substance that was found in Julia. This is why Mr. Based is despised everywhere. These allegations are damning, and I personally have no idea how he got away scot-free. But this would be the man who would start managing Josh in more aspects than just his social media. After a very long time of trying to convince Josh to collab, eventually he caved, and would accompany Mr. Based back to his apartment, where they would hold some of their very first live streams together, giving us a taste of the madness that's to come.
I don't.
Jerry Cole had just subscribed on YouTube.
What's your problem?
Why is he shirtless? What the fuck is this, bro? I can't tell where the room ends and the gift shop starts.
You want my hat? I'll
I'll give you my hat.
I don't want it.
No, you're
Please
breaking
don't
my
hit me.
camera, Josh. God, oh, my hat. I'll give you my hat. Stop it. Hey! No!
Bro got the sarcophagus.
I'll sue you and
Bro got the fucking mummified Egyptian behind him in there. What's in there, buddy?
have you arrested. Arrested. You want to go to jail? Jail? You
No,
know
I
what
don't.
Jail is? How is it still doing that?
Stop, Josh.
$15, Josh. You'll never be an artist, you unemployed rat.
How am I still
Peter, be
getting
nice.
calls? It's on airplane mode.
No, it might not be it. Stop it. Please stop it, Josh. Josh, don't.
How am I still getting calls?
No, Josh, please stop.
Stop with the biting, man. What are you doing?
Engaged at donations. Something else Jason really enjoyed was to go out on the streets
Subway
and live
Surfers
stream.
music.
Jason knew that
20
Josh
years.
was perfect for the format. His poor reactions to TTS and unfiltered personality would make him a content machine. And I gotta admit, sometimes Josh would take it pretty far, but it would be nothing compared to what we are about to see, because it was time to put the fries in the bag.
No!
Put the fries in the bag is probably the most popular saying in all of World of T-Shirts lore. What started out as Josh insulting a fast food worker turned into the bane of his existence.
No!
Put the fries in the bag really means that you're putting someone else down for lack of success. So when people started saying this to Josh, he took it very personally. In the past, during rages, Josh has screamed at the top of his lungs that he is a sole proprietor, but also that he only makes...
Why would you... What? I don't even know what that means. Does that just mean you're your own boss, I suppose?
60 grand a year, which ironically he sees as a bad salary. I don't know why people telling Josh to put the fries in the bag bothers him so much. He has likened it to a slur for him.
Because you're calling him poor, and he's not.
Find pretty hypocritical when this started.
He's a satirical content creator. Put some respect on his name.
I'm a satirical content creator.
Copy code 4.
In the beginning, people very rarely said it to Josh. They were more just trying to be funny and say hello. But like I said before, he never took it well.
You put the fries in the bag. I'm gonna kick your butt!
That is a random woman.
Once you had sent $10, that's Don Barton's system.
This is just very volatile situation, dude. This guy should not be streaming, let alone on the street. I assume at all times.
Never say that to me again, bitch!
He probably just thinks the world is out to get him. They're repeating his catchphrase.
Will Browning just subscribed on YouTube.
He told me to put the fries in the bag.
Josh
had to kick
thinks
her
that
ass,
by
dude.
someone saying put the fries in the bag, he is immediately entitled to violence. It doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, piece of property, Josh will go for you. But I'll admit, it's also kind of half-hearted. I think that he's just trying to scare people. This doesn't mean
worked.
he hasn't
I'm
gotten
scared.
people pretty good before, though. And as it was said more and more, Josh's reactions would get worse.
No! No! Get back! No! No! Stop triggering him! Get back, Josh! No! Please stop! Please stop! Stop it! Stop it!
Yes, you did! Okay.
It's over
He
with.
said put the fries in the bag to him. You don't do that.
That's the worst. He's back. He's back.
People would continue to do that.
Listen,
As a
man, you started it. Why would you? The only thing that could fix this, obviously, is to fulfill the prophecy once and for all. You have to go back to the original McDonald's and say you're sorry. He already tried that? Oh. Well, then it's your curse forever. I apologize, Captain. Maybe put a different hat on so they don't recognize you.
Matter of fact, one guy would take it to extremes that I've
Peace out,
never
Simpson.
seen before.
Thanks
A
for
fellow
hanging.
streamer found Josh at what looks like some kind of a small restaurant. This guy would say put the fries in the bag so many times that you would have thought Josh was undergoing an exorcism, giving us one of the most wild World of T-Shirts clips I've ever seen.
Put the fries in the bag. 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 Put the fries in the bag.
Listen, if he's gonna incriminate himself, I can't watch this part. Hold on. I didn't see nothing, Josh. You're an innocent man in my eyes.
Get away. Put the fries in the bag.
It's been minutes. Why is he still screaming
Fries
this?
in the bag. Call the cops in. Put the fries in the bag. Put the. Get the out of here. Call the cops in. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries. Oh, they're crazy. Get the out of here.
Bro, you're just bullying a fucking mentally ill person. What the hell?
How much he makes.
What are you getting out of this?
Never be enough. He's
You
been
look like an
all
asshole.
over the world and lives a pretty good lifestyle. I don't mean in a healthy way, but I mean in the way that he wants to live. He is free to do whatever he wants. You can't really put a price tag on that. But Josh is so caught up in this rat race that it means almost nothing to him. Josh was doing so well that he was about to go on a string of vacations to various parts of the world. The first stop was Germany. Good beer, tons of castles, sounds like a good time. But little did Joshua know that Put the Fries in the Bag had gone global.
Put the fries in the bag.
Oh my god.
Josh, put the fries in the bag. Put the fries. Put the fries.
You just gotta own it at that point, dude. You're famous. Yeah, maybe I will. Give me your bag. Hope it's full of money. Open a French fry store, dude. Think big. Maybe a little smaller. Maybe like one of those French fry kiosks in the mall. This is the Truman Show. I can't help but feel a little bad for him, but at the same time, he plays back into it because he probably doesn't know any better.
The based streams and meltdowns had made Joshua more popular than ever. They were streaming to thousands of people on YouTube. Despite heavy viewbotting, there were still a lot of real people, and it began to draw the interest of wider social media creators, who would start inviting Josh to do various collabs, like this one time that Josh went on a dating show, and was confronted about his previous use of slurs.
The N-word before.
Why you say that?
Have you said the N-word?
Not in like a month.
Oh!
What makes you think that it's okay for you to
Papa John's moment.
Get him out of here.
What?
Get him out of here.
Oh. I mean, I guess if it's the point of the show is to next. Remember that freaking game show on MTV, Next, where you would next the people and then go on another date as soon as they said one thing you didn't like? I guess. Oh my God! I was defending him so hard. Never mind.
What'd she do? What'd she ask you?
She got mad that I said the N-word.
What you told her?
Women, am I right? Am I right, fellas? Just playing.
I did.
I did.
Do you kind of like her or not really?
Because people call me a. That's why.
It's not a good reason.
Oh, no.
Won't hold up in court.
Yeah, that's not cool. That couldn't be further from the truth, right?
Bring the mic back in here.
You're not interested in that girl?
No!
As you'll see in a couple minutes, he did not keep the streak going, because things were about to get worse than ever. Josh's drinking had been out of control for a long time, and the symptoms of this overconsumption were really beginning to show. Josh was really shaky when he wasn't absolutely blasted, showing that he had now developed a physical dependency on the booze. But I also believe that all of this was very bad for his mental state, especially with Put the Fries in the Bag now out of control. His tours were still just glorified.
I just realized there's a fucking picture of himself on his shirt.
Now out of control. His tours were...
Is that a selfie? God damn.
Were still just glorified bar crawls, but now he had even more people who wanted to troll him during it.
It's okay, Josh. They're on the tour. I was going downstairs. Josh,
put the fries in the bag.
You're scared. You got it. You guys.
What a blazer dice.
Put the fries in the bag. Bro.
Who said that? Nobody. Motherfucking, I live in the
In Bronx.
Over there.
God damn this country. I hate it here. I always get to feel like scum. No. I'm gonna move to Saudi Arabia.
I'm coming with you.
You don't want to live there.
It's safe.
Josh, it's too hot over there.
With the fries in the bag there.
Yeah, do it. Put the fries in the bag.
To the bag.
Hey! Hey!
Yo!
Oh my god. Freaking.
I make $100K a year!
Go home, go
and
home.
that's not enough!
Come on, let's go home.
Who can relate?
Where are you going?
Come on, come on.
No! No! You break. You
Jesus.
have to pay for that. Why would you do that? Oh my God, that's so random, Josh.
I didn't know it
That's
was
so random, Josh.
shatter.
You got to make a lot of money. You got to pay for it. That's $2 grand. You did shatter it, didn't you?
A little hole.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh my God.
What Mr. Based pays Josh is questionable at best. At this point, Josh was claiming to make over
Appreciate you, bud.
$100K a year, but I got a pretty good feeling in my gut that the majority of donations were going to Jason. All of the accounts were linked to him, having complete access over Josh's streams. When someone else tried to set up streaming on Josh's phone, it was promptly deleted by one of Jason's goons, who are just as, if not more clout hungry than him. It seemed like as Josh's popularity increased, so did the freakouts, in intensity and frequency, and they are some of the worst that Josh has ever had. Like in this clip I'm about to show you where Josh has an absolute meltdown at TTS, running through the streets, raging, once again, yelling slurs.
Josh is a rat sent $10. I am stealing your phone, Josh.
You're not stealing shit!
And I will punch you in
I'm from the Bronx!
Okay. He's getting trolled by chat.
What do I do?
Hold on, break character.
What do I do?
And obviously, the Mr. Base guy is getting all this money that is coming in for them to make him freak out. Pretty cool.
You see Josh down the tutu.
Pretty cool stuff. Exploiting the mentally ill.
Things get pretty crazy.
Excuse me, Joshua!
Now he's in a bar fight, I guess. So this guy's filming it instead of helping him. Nice.
Met with the same treatment.
Why? I hate my life.
A lot of people would want to live like you, Josh. A lot of people.
I can't take it anymore. Put my life in danger every day, and they say
Josh,
that.
I got your back.
Ah! God, get away from me!
Yo, Josh.
I hate it here. I gotta move to Europe.
They have better beer.
I hate North America. Put the fries in the bag.
Oh my god. Didn't this happen in Canada? It says Canada. Oh, he said North America. I'm actually stupid as fuck. My bad.
Josh! What is he doing? Put the fries in the bag, Josh.
God damn it, it's the same. Always the same. That would drive anyone to punching everyone they meet.
In New York, the tours have now devolved into
Bro needs a
people
weed.
paying to just
I feel like that's not good for someone with his condition, perhaps. But I don't know. Friggin'.
The fries and
Maybe it would chill him out.
Josh. And of course, they film it.
Put the fries in the bag.
I think just the drinking is the worst thing possible.
Who said that? I'm not unemployed.
I understand that he like gets in a fit of rage and then says these elitist things, like as if it's bad to be fucking less than rich or whatever. He's like even talking down on himself while he's yelling. He's just, I don't know if that like reinforces people thinking like he deserves it or something. It just seems like it's gotten so out of hand. It's only bullying at this point.
This happens multiple times a week.
Like
Josh
if you're
will
posting those on your page, like you're a piece of shit.
be found by someone out in public, and inevitably they will tell him to put the fries in the bag. And then Josh gets violent. It's evolved from light taps to now full contact. and I think this behavior was really cemented when he did his infamous Japan visit. The Japan arc for World of T-Shirts is by far one of the most interesting that he's ever had. It's also very telling of Josh's character. While he was there, he behaved terribly. There is
March
already
break,
a
anything could
stigma
happen. March
surrounding
Madness,
streamers
baby.
in Japan. Honestly, not just in Japan, but abroad. And in my opinion, Josh is very guilty of this. He's not the only one, but he's definitely now a part of it. The Japan trip started out normal enough. Josh was very excited for it. But one night, someone recognized him and told him to put the fries in the bag, causing the first of many freakouts to come in
My
the
kryptonite,
country.
dude. Don't say that.
Put the fries in the bag. I didn't say it. It wasn't me.
Who did?
It was definitely you. I saw him.
Yes, you fucking did.
Yes, you fucking did. LOL. I feel bad laughing, but he's a funny guy.
And he wasn't live streaming for the majority of this trip, so most of this footage is just captured by random people who encountered him. So what I'm trying to say is that once again, I am sure there are more freakouts we haven't seen on camera. There's actually proof of that in the next clip I'm about to show you. After having a meltdown in the street and attacking people, a Japanese citizen performed a citizen's arrest, dragging Josh to the police in hopes of some justice.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Bro, it's Batman. It's the city's hero that we needed and deserved. He's taking the criminal to justice. I feel like Josh could overpower this guy if he focused. He's in distress currently.
Josh was taken to the police, and people thought that it was over, and that Josh might be facing some consequences for his actions.
Like that?
But he was released with only a warning, told to be on his best behavior, and you already know he wasn't. The next thing he did wasn't a meltdown, it was just something that I found really scummy. After getting out of a taxi, Josh seemed displeased with the driver, and he would let him know.
You immigrant.
Oh my gosh. He seems to have quite a temper on him.
Mother, some nerve.
Visiting another country and then calling one of its citizens
What up, Austin?
an immigrant with no knowledge of that guy's story is wild, and that's putting it very nicely. I think it goes to show that Josh thinks that that is a derogatory term, and that says a lot about him. Aside from insulting locals, Josh would also have more meltdowns, spurred on by even more people telling him to put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag.
Hey, shithead! I make 400 grand a year, bitch!
That's a lot.
Shithead, it's on now!
We're not gonna fight back.
Oh my god, he's so much bigger than him. Why is he so mad? Can someone, like, explain that, like, it's just a meme at this point? Like, I don't know, make him reconsider it? Obviously, it just pisses him off to no end because he is not broke and makes 400 grand. The smile is creepy. Dude, I like when he just looks at the camera the whole TikTok. It's funny.
I'm never taking back anything I said. I love
You!
Oh my god.
Ignore that, man. Ignore that. Ignore that.
You don't ever say put the fries in the bag and get away with it! I'm throwing my phone away!
That would not solve
I
it.
don't want to do TikTok anymore!
Okay,
TikTok
that's fair.
is fucking full!
Put that fries
Is this when he took him to the police station?
in the bag.
Yeah, try me! I live in the Bronx! I'll rough you up!
Like Ice Spice.
Something that I forgot to mention earlier was that Mr. Based and Josh had signed some kind of a deal with the streaming company before this trip. The number has fluctuated numerous times, but Josh claims to now be making $400K a year. How much of this he'll see, I don't know, because he's not very committed to streaming. He is much more interested in traveling and drinking.
Brother,
And
please, wipe the glasses off. What the fuck? I can't even see your
I
eyes.
say I don't think that this deal will last, but I digress. Another thing that really shocked me about seeing Josh in Japan was noticing how many people knew him. It seemed like he was frequenting some locations that were pretty popular amongst the tourists, and I guess it just goes to show how well known Josh has become. The last crazy thing I want to cover from the Japan trip would be an incident that happened with some fellow tourists. We didn't see what happened on camera, but I'm sure that one of them told him to put the fries in the bag, and he nipped them pretty good. A fellow streamer in Japan would come across these boys and ask them about their encounter with Josh, one even showing off the damage that Josh had done.
Oh no, it's you who said that. Was that you?
Mr. Beast?
Oh, he is?
He bit me.
What?
That is not okay. That is not okay. That'll get you sued, Josh, my boy.
Last night we're out with Joshua Block.
You cannot be biting people. You're going to turn him into a TikToker.
Miraculously, Josh would return from the Japan trip unscathed.
My wisdom teeth out. Can I get a shout out, dude? Shout out Blazer Dicey. Not sure if that's how you say it, but hope your quick recovery. Hope your recovery is quick. Sorry.
I really thought that this would be the end of his journey. He would find himself in a Japanese prison or facility of some sort, but it seems that his plot armor gets stronger by the day. Actually, I gotta take that back because the next thing that we're gonna talk about shows that that's a lie. Shortly after returning from Japan, Josh would start to have complications with his pancreas, but he wouldn't know until what is now known as the mall incident. This is one of those unfilmed meltdowns that I talked about earlier. We don't know exactly what happened, but we know the consequences. The generally accepted story
Bro is looking into my soul through his spewed on spectacles
around the mall incident is that Joshua may have attacked a police officer and or other people in the mall. He was extremely intoxicated and couldn't even be taken to jail. He was taken straight to the hospital. There would be a little bit of film taken in the hospital by someone. I don't know who, but it just goes to show how out of it Josh is.
Where were you? American Dream Mall.
No, I didn't need that. Oh,
I don't think he's drinking Hawaiian Punch. I think he's drinking that good.
Please get these handcuffs off.
Oh my god, being handcuffed at the doctor is insane.
Be on a 72-hour hold by the hospital, but after he threatened to sue and Mr. Based showed up, they released him, and it seemed that the only consequence that he would face was his diagnosis of pancreatitis, which is an inflammation of the pancreas. If this condition is acute, then it can improve on its own, but if chronic, it is a lifelong struggle. What I'm trying to say here is that Josh's body will never be the same. The amount of sugary drinks that he has consumed is destroying him, and even though he has now been told of the risks and felt the pain from the symptoms, he still continues to drink.
You were about to sue them. That's how you got out?
Yeah. I just said, you know, I'm gonna sue them if they don't release me.
The owner of party said I have to take the drink away from you. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
Well, he tried. Can't help someone who doesn't want to help, right, guys? Right, chat? Freaking... Bro, he needs to be helped harder by someone who actually cares.
Just don't open it. Just
and isn't this guy.
I'm gonna drink it.
Just hold it for...
Because this guy can't afford another accidental whoopsie-daisy, wasn't my fault body. It's going to look extra suspicious.
Don't open it.
I'm gonna drink it.
It's a prop. Could you possibly have alcohol poisoning right now, or they wouldn't let you out of the hospital?
No, that didn't happen.
People are all saying breathalyzer in the comments.
Oh, breathalyzer.
Those do not work.
0.12.
Oh, wow. That's one of your higher blows. 0.12, everybody. 0.12.
Another.
What color is this lighter? Look. Oh, no, you can't.
Let go of it.
No, but you're 0.12. You can't drink till you're under 0.10. Right?
Yes, I can.
You're drunker than ever.
Oh, no.
Let go.
Yeah, stop drinking. Don't do that.
Recognize this. Before Mr. Based, Josh was living with his grandfather. He's been living with his grandpa since the start of his TikTok career, and now he has grown extremely distant from his whole family, who are very worried about his declining health. Joshua...
What's going on here?
Grandpa would speak to a man that he thought was Mike Quinn, and this phone call would be recorded. Hilariously, the guy sounds nothing like Quinn. He's just putting on a New York accent. But Josh's grandpa actually likes Mike, so he was very open with his concerns about Joshua.
I think, chill day. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think he's just using him for like clout.
Absolutely. I know he throws some amount.
Not the grandfather testimony. Is there anything else that happens? Just more debauchery, I imagine.
I firmly believe that if he does not make serious changes to his lifestyle
and his hair,
that this will be a devastating year for him. His relationships with his family, his health, so many things will be affected. Mainly his health, which is getting worse by the day.
I'm getting over pancreatitis.
Oh my god. You should probably not be drinking if you have problems with your pancreas, I imagine. I'm no doctor.
My heart. Go sit.
That's why I can't drink tonight.
I feel like it's impossible to not drink when you're in this room here, this little environment, this little enclosure here for some sort of indoor pet. I feel like this is a bad place to be.
You never have to drink.
If you're trying to do that.
Kidding? Thank you.
It's probably a drink in arm's reach at all times.
I'm gonna wait till my pancreatitis heals before I drink again.
Absolutely. So the drink you had on TikTok was a mistake?
Yeah, I shouldn't have.
You know what? What you're saying it was a mistake fixes everything. I swear to God.
I disagree.
Fumbling almost any goodwill that he had built up through his criticism of Jason. But Alex would be attacked by Mr. Based in the streets one day, and I gotta say, he got him pretty good. This is why Jason eventually was arrested. Each of them have resorted to scummy tactics to mess with the other, so I don't know how much of a legal case there really is when they're both sending their goons to each other's houses. Mr. Based wasn't locked up for long, but the responsibility of taking care of his dog, Frankie, would fall to Josh. Josh has a long track record of being terrible with animals. From what I can tell, he doesn't seem to like them much. I don't think I've ever seen him pet Frankie once, so his care of Frankie during Jason's incarceration was abysmal. The one time I did see him go visit the dog, he put it back into the house with its leash on and just left it in there. Frankie already has it hard enough living with Jason, and Josh couldn't help but make things worse. It was actually kind of crazy how busy Josh was in the time that Jason was locked up. Josh was walking the streets of New York one night when a streamer tracked him down. The streamer jokingly demanded a Rolex that had been given to Josh by another pimp that he knows. This was not at all a robbery, but Josh made it sound like that was the case, even hiding behind whatever guy he was walking with at the time.
Hey, give me that Rolex!
Yeah, I mean, if he really has shakes and stuff when he's not drinking, he's in a perpetual state of just drunk all the time.
Yeah, give me that Rolex! Yeah!
Which is no good.
Yeah, where's Mr. Bass at? Yeah! Give me that Rolex! Give me that Rolex! Where is it?
Good lord, dude.
Where is it? Give me that Rolex right
Like, why are you doing
Give me
this?
that Rolex! Give me that Rolex right now!
I mean, hopefully at least people making these documentaries and shit will at least make people feel bad when they do stuff like that, hopefully, because what the fuck is your goal?
Out, Josh already had new
just trying to make him freak out.
Capitalizing on. Josh was going to travel to St. Louis, Missouri for a Mardi Gras celebration, something that they were calling the Block Party. Josh would, of course, drink, address the people, and have a good time. But he was extremely paranoid about people telling him to put the fries in the bag, which was legitimately against the rules of this event. One time he was in a restaurant and everybody was cheering him. No one said put the fries in the bag. And what does Josh do? Hops up out of his chair and demands to know who said it.
Josh on 3. 1, 2, 3. Josh! Who said that?
Nobody said anything.
What?
Also collaborating with Danny Duncan, Joshua is without a doubt at the peak of his popularity, and I would argue that he is one of the most well-known TikTok personalities, at least from the United States, and it's not surprising given his recent behavior. In the past, Joshua only had 2 or 3 meltdowns. meltdowns. Now it's 2 to 3 a week. The streams have
Peace
also
out,
increased
Blazer.
his popularity, with them being clipped and shared across all kinds of social media platforms, and it seems like unless he does something truly horrific, he is uncancelable. I have never seen at the same time someone rise and fall. 2020 Josh is very different to who we see today. Back then he was best known for singing that song in New York, and now it's hard to not catch him with a drink in his hand, raging about someone saying, "Put the fries in the bag." I am extremely confident in saying that 2025 will be a very transformative year for Joshua, whether he likes it or not, because
excuse me, let me out of here. Hell yeah, dude. Shout out Kiwi Tapes, dude. This was freaking a lot. This was a lot of World of T-Shirts content. That freaking, you know, maybe the world needs to see so they know that they're not the only funny guy in the streets of New York saying, "Put the fries in the bag" to the funny man. People can be so cruel.